Yeah, that Diaz crap was bull. I think Diaz, well, I think in the call of the Diaz fight was just Diaz being a victim of his own hype. Because everybody's like, well, Carlos kind of did all the right things. He had the right footwork, he had the right movement. Yeah, but you still got beat up. You can get beat up as bad as everybody else. But I mean, that's the reason I think people say he won the fight because look how bad, Chris, look how bad, Chris Sample got beat up. Look how bad Scott Smith got beat up. Look how bad BJ got beat up. When you look at how bad those people get beat up, when you look at how bad Condit got beat up, you go, oh, well, Condit did decent because he didn't get beat up like they got beat up. Yeah, but you still got beat up. I mean, those little baby leg kicks, but that's the reason Diaz wanted out of the sport originally, is because people were outpointing him and not fighting. And Greg Jackson are the master at putting together game plans that, people can outpoint you, but not really win the fight. So, I mean, the only thing coming landed was like one big kick and then another big kick. A lot of those leg kicks he was landing, I wouldn't even count them. If you're not really landing it with intent to hurt, you just because you touch the other hand. I mean, at what point do you say you touching me gives you a point and significantly trying to occur damage at this point? You know, would you count the slap that Diaz gave him points? Because he slapped in your face, did you get some points for that? I had 4 rounds won. Diaz won the first. Diaz won the second. Diaz won the third. I gave the fourth to come in. Kind of like, well, because Diaz, I don't know, he just turned off in the fourth round. I think he was getting frustrated, getting mad at chasing it. Kind of, because I think he had a lot of respect for him before fighting. He thought Khan is going to show up to fight. He doesn't come from a wrestling background, and that's usually what Diaz has problem with. Guys that would take him down and hold him down. And well, of course, you would be frustrated that you can't get up, run underneath him. And then if the guy's not trying to fight you, he's just trying to, dry hump you for 3 rounds. I can understand they're frustrated with that, but some people say if you can get up from that, then that's your own problem. But I can understand a striker or really get the jiu-jitsu guy getting frustrated with the fact that these guys are trying to engage me on the ground. He's not trying to engage me on the feet. What are you here for? Like if you're not here to fight, why did you show up? And I think he thought Condit was gonna be the first fight for him. I did too. I was like, well, Condit's not a wrestler. He's not GSP. He's gonna come in and he's gonna sling leather with you, and I should make for a pretty good fight. But yeah, I lost a little bit of respect for him. I respect Condit before the fight because in my head before the fight started, I had this fight. Condit, the power puncher. Diaz is the you know pat 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 puncher. Hit you with a lot of low blows. And I thought, well, Condit can take this as long as he uses footwork. I knew footwork was coming. I said that a long time ago. I said Nick Diaz would have more of a problem with Frankie Edgar than he would with most of the guys that welterweight. Because Frankie Edgar has footwork. Any really good boxer would look at Diaz and they would know exactly what to do. And I said, the good boxer's not gonna let you walk him down with long straight punches, especially if he's small. Then I mean, you ain't never, nah. So I knew footwork would be in the game. I didn't think Carlos had footwork to be honest. So I didn't see too many of his fights, but I've seen like one, and he looked more like a power punch to me. So I didn't think footwork movement from the play. But in my head, I thought he would try to block, 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 and power punch, step in and counter like BJ did. Because if you look at the first round of BJ did, BJ was getting a lot of better exchanges in the first round because he would counter and step in and hit Diaz. But I mean, you got to hit Diaz on the sledgehammer and knock him out. But I thought Condit had power to at least rock him and get him to back off. So I was looking forward to a good fight, but I gotta say I lost a little bit of respect for him with what he did. I mean, he won the fight by the judge's decision, but I ain't having winning that fight. It's like to me, you can't run the whole time. What if Diaz stop chasing you? What if Diaz would just stop chasing him and said, you know what, I'm not chasing you no more. Or you here to fight or you here to run. So, I mean, I understand this technicalities of fighting. You know, a lot of people hate Leo and Cheetah. And so I understood what Leo was doing in the way he was fighting. And Leo was stepping in and hitting people. I mean, sometimes he would do a lot of running. But, I mean, you can't ask guys to stand still so you can hit him. You gotta work for what's given to you. But it is the difference in running and running to engage. You look at Frank Yeager, he uses a lot of footwork, but he uses footwork to engage you in a fight. He's not using footwork to just run away. A lot of these guys in MMA, most of the guys in MMA don't have footwork. All they do is just run, back straight up, all the way to the cage, and get ready to get knocked out. But I mean, Charles Condit it was good. He had the right idea on how to deal with Diaz, but I would have been happier if he was engaging Diaz, then using footwork to move around, engaging and using because that's what gets guys with Diaz. They do fairly well in the engaging part, but when they back off to take a break, he keeps coming forward, and that's where it starts to wilt because they're looking for that, you know, that break. Like, oh, man, I'm gonna take a little break, and then we're gonna get back to it. That's how they train now. Cardio up and down, up and down, up and down, heart rate up and down. And Diaz keeps this steady, high pace that guys just whoop on that. But I mean, taking all that, I do gotta give props to Condit for being in incredible shape because I thought to see a 170 pounder welterweight use footwork for the entire round. I mean, Frank Yeager is one of the only guys with dominant crews. You know, lighter guys are the only ones I see use footwork like that for a whole fight. So they're coming in shape to be able to do that for 5 rounds and not wilt is very impressive. But I mean, when I look at the fight, I gotta give it to Diaz. I have rounds 1, 2, and 3. I have 4 for Condit. You definitely gotta give rounds 5 to him. So I don't, and I guess that's how this is probably gonna go for most people. Like, most people are gonna fall in the category of this was a mockery to the sport, and it's starting to look like boxing. Or the people are gonna say, well, Carlos Condit won, I'm gonna fight when you watch. Which I guess if you were a Carlos Condit fan, you probably look at it and say, well, yeah, he won it. But you gotta be careful with the standard you're holding for. Did he win? I mean, of course, if somebody went 4 rounds into Silva and did get knocked out and like held their own, we would probably say it was BS. So because everybody else been getting knocked out, so naturally you go, well, he did better than everybody else. Or you look at Carlos Hunt when it comes to Diaz, he did way better than everyone else. So you go, oh, well, he won the fight. But did he really though? Did he really win the fight, or did he just survive and look better than everybody else that fought him did? I mean, if you gave octagon control, you have to give it to Nick Diaz. You get aggression, you have to give it to Nick Diaz. Strikes landed without the baby leg kicks, and some of the leg kicks you can't. I wouldn't even count them. Without the leg kicks, you definitely gotta give strikes to Diaz. But I mean, if you add in all the little baby kicks, I mean, they weren't real kicks. They were just like, ooh, let me get a point. Let me get a point. Let me get a point. And we all know that Diaz doesn't defend leg kicks. He's not gonna defend them because he's looking at strike, strike, strike. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on it. That I think Diaz won that fight. I think anybody that says otherwise is just Carlos Condit fan, just scores differently than I do. But I mean, even on mine, they're saying the same way I said Condit won. I don't agree. I think Condit lost. I think Diaz is frustrated man, and in my opinion, give him an instant rematch. At least this time Diaz knows what he's getting into. But I guess you can't baby Diaz forever. It's like, look, man, you've been in the sport long enough to know certain times the guys are gonna show up and do this. Do what you gotta do. But Condit was very smart about not getting coded into, because I can tell Diaz wanted him to, fight fire with fire. I mean, one round he even slapped it. Might slap you in the face. That won't make you want to fight. Be careful his composure. So, I mean, you gotta give props to him. But I hope Diaz doesn't retire. I hope he comes back and fight. But, And now he's in a bad spot now because if he loses a fight now, not he's lost a fight, now he's gonna start getting thrown in the shark den with the guys that used to hold him down. Like he's been fortunate so far in the UFC to get BJ Penn as his first opponent out of wrestling, and then go and fight for the belt. But if he now that he's lost a fight, guys like Koscheck, Johnny Hendricks, um, John Fitch maybe, because he's coming off a loss too. Guys like that, it's a lot of wrestlers in the 120 division that are gonna be lining up to fight him. Now, if he could get somebody like Thiago Alves, that would be good for him. That'd be really good for him. Another striker, but another striker that throws around leg kicks and you probably won't defend. But a striker nonetheless, and a sharp one too. That'd be perfect, man. A sharp striker who, doesn't have a wrestling background, who's not gonna take it out of the crowd. But now that he's lost, he's probably gonna start end up getting thrown in there with jiu-jitsu guys. I mean, with wrestlers, not jiu-jitsu guys, wrestlers. And they just gonna take him out, hold him down. I mean, all you gotta do is do that for a minute in a round. You can lay in 100 blows and somebody take you down, hold you down for a minute. They probably gonna win the round. So we'll see what happens with Diaz. I think that's what's coming his way. There's a lot of really good wrestlers who are gonna give him some serious problems to take down.